We can agree then that 200,000 is a lot. A high, hard to get your head around number. It's more than the population of Little Rock, Arkansas, or Salt Lake City, close to the number of people in Des Moines or Rochester, New York. A friend of mine thinks there should be a place where a tree is planted for every person who has died of the coronavirus. A beautiful forest of remembrance, something we could see to help us visualize the impact of what's happened to so many American families. Another friend thinks maybe we should figure out a way to read all the names, sort of like the names are read every morning on the anniversary of 9/11. If we did read them, 3 seconds a name, 20 names a minute, 1,200 an hour, to honor the more than 200,000 would take a week. Parents, grandparents, children, brothers and sisters, dearest friends, lost loves. 200,000. It's a lot of names. Too many, in fact. Harry Smith, NBC News, New York.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.